everyone, and welcome to PÖFF Studio. My name is Vivian Melder, and today in the studio we have two Finnish gentlemen, the producer Ilkka Matila and actor Tommi Korpela from the film The Eternal Road. So in the film, Jussi returns from the US, running from the Great Depression in the end of the 30s, only to face a lot of political unrest in their home of Finland. So, firstly, what are the main themes of this film that you think that contemporary audiences can maybe empathize with?
Should I start or should you?
Wow. Please.
I think that the main subjects are, of course, the human beings' eternal search for a better life somewhere else. That's a universal and eternal kind of feeling. Secondly, I think idealism and how much people are willing to sacrifice for the ideals, and of course the basic foundations of any democratic society: equality, freedom, and justice.
Right. A lot of big themes that you're working with.
Well, those are usually the ingredients of a good story. That
right.
The powerful subjects.
So speaking of the story, given that there has been quite a lot of period pieces set in the 1900s in Finland, in the Finnish cinematic scene, what drew you to produce this kind of story? What drew you to this particular story?
Well, first of all, I've always been fascinated by stories that are untold, stories that somehow are hidden like skeletons in a closet, and in some families or in some nations. In this case, in Finnish nation, and The Eternal Road is kind of sister film to the Mother of Mine film by Klaus Herre, which I produced 10 years ago, or Ambush, which was about 20 years ago. So these all are kind of stories that were kind of lurking underneath the surface, and people just, for many, actually 2 generations, they were not able to talk about them, but inevitably all these stories are going to be told, and now it's time for The Eternal Road.
Right, so it must be quite an honor for you to carry such a film about this important topic, and to carry the film with such an important story. So what did this role offer you personally as an actor? How did you evolve maybe through making this movie?
Well, it gave me the chance to do the biggest role that I've ever made. It's like every actor's dream. I mean, never seen, and that's perfect for an actor. So it was a huge challenge. I loved the story, and then bit by bit, when I heard the cast and the whole film crew, I was like so honored that it got like better and better. I haven't worked with AJ, this director, before. We have this strange family background that I've known him like from the childhood. I'm like 10 years older than him, but and I worked with the cinematographer Ranne Ronkainen a few times, and he's in my mind the best in Finland. And then we got Sitsupapet Knudsen from Denmark, which was like a Christmas present for me, and the whole cast and the story, amazing. So it was really like a Christmas present for me.
So did you have to research that particular era and that particular part of your history?
I did, and I'm lucky to have this author, this Antti Tuuri, who wrote the novel. And for me as an actor, was it like my character? He have wrote three novels about this character, Jussi Ketola, that I'm playing, so it was a big help for me. But at the same time, this historical events, this Ilkka is really good with these matters, and this Antti Tuuri, the author, as well. So I got good history lessons, and of course I did my own job as well, researching this.
So speaking of collaboration here, you collaborated with Estonia quite a lot. There was quite a lot of Estonian actors, and you filmed in Estonia. Is that correct?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it might have been a bit cheaper to film here, but any other kind of reasons of why you chose to film in Estonia?
Well, we were originally supposed to shoot the film in Russia, where the script was written to. So that was where we were scouting locations in the beginning, and then we also were working on a Russian co-production, but times changed. I worked 7 years on this film, and during those 7 years, so the interest from the Russian side for this story just started, to vanish. It just didn't exist there at the end. So we started looking for locations elsewhere where we could find something similar as we had in Russian Karelia. And as I had been co-produced and produced already 6 films in Estonia, quite many during the past 20 years. So I know Estonia quite well, and I know the Estonian crews, and I actually can say that I know it almost as well as Finland. So it was quite easy for me then to start putting together a crew that I believe could be able to make a film like this. And in the end, so we actually were able to find locations for Finland in Estonia. So everything has been shot here, even though the story itself takes place in Russia and in Finland.
Right. That's really interesting.
It would have been impossible to find these kind of locations from Finland.
Yeah.
For example, Sillanmäe, that we shot the Petroskoi area, and I have to say that we have the big scenes, a lot of extras, and it would have been impossible to find so many good extras from Finland as well. It was, as an actor, it was really impressive that they were so good that it felt like that I'm operating with actors all the time. Some days we had more than 100 extras, and they were like perfect. You can, and as an actor, you can really feel it in every scene. If there is 1 or 2 extras that don't know what to do, actor is always like seeing it with your eye that this guy don't know what to do, and it don't look natural. But in here, it worked perfectly, and it was a big help. So.
Yeah, at the end, so as I've been kind of following the development for such a long time, so I can say that this region is growing together. Like it is not only, it's not about 2 industries anymore. It's like 1 industry, and you just productions are quite mobile, so you can place them wherever you find the right locations, the right people, and so on. So it's that's becoming even more usual, and I don't think in future that we have that many national productions anymore. Most of them will be co-productions or somehow co-creations.
Right.
That's right. Last 10-15 years, I guess, if not most of the productions that I've been in, there are some kind of co-productions. There is always some workers abroad from wherever, or actors, and so it's like...
Or part of the work is done somewhere. If it's not the shooting, then it could be some part of the post, or...
That's it.
So that's,
or music, or that's,
Right. Okay, so as this is a BFM production, and maybe some of our graduates can hopefully work with you or work with people that you know soon, is there any advice that you'd like to give us?
Making films is about making films. It's an artisanian profession, so more you make, so better you get, more you learn, and it's a long kind of process, and it never ends, because you never are ready, and you're never kind of there where you are heading to.
Right.
So when you are asking how to get into the business, you already are in the business. That's the first step when you start thinking about it, and then gradually you just work yourself through towards.
And as an actor, I've been talking with Estonian actors. I guess it's quite the same, that we have to learn like hard way, because in our now it's a bit more, but when I used to be in a theater school, it was 2 weeks, like period, this camera acting course. So it's nothing. So you have to learn yourself by working, and the more you do it, the better you get. So.
Right. Well, that's essentially all questions from me. Thank you so much to both of you for coming in.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching PÖFF Studio.